The Devil Blues by I Knew a Man on AO3. Episode 8, Chapter 5, Stakeout. The silence continued to stretch on, grating on Izuku's nerves, until finally he gave in. So, how are you liking the station cooperation operation so far? He asked in an attempt to strike up conversation. Bakugo turns to blink at him. The what? The station cooperation operation? Izuku repeats. No, I heard you the first time around. I just meant, what the fuck? It's the name the captain has dubbed the operation between us police officers and you pro-heroes. Bakugo levels Izuku with an incredulous look, before shaking his head and facing forward again. What a dumb fucking name. Izuku feels slighted at the words, and firmly defends. You may think it's dumb, but the captain believes in it. And if he believes in it, then I believe in it. You sure as hell have a lot of respect for that man, Bakugo observes. He deserves it. No doubt. The blonde agrees. Izuku is left staring in surprise. Huh? The utterance has Bakugo turning back to him. What? I wouldn't have pegged you for someone who respected the police force, Izuku admits, guilelessly. You're right, Bakugo says, facing the postbox once more. I don't respect the police force, but I do respect the captain. The confession stirs Izuku's curiosity, and he leans closer. How come? Bakugo opens his mouth as if to speak, but it instantly slams shut in the next second. He levels Izuku with a look of deep offense. Stop trying to bond with me. It's creepy. Aw, come on. Izuku doesn't whine, but it's a near thing. Humor me. He's met with a wall of silence. Izuku purses his lips as he contemplates his next move. If Bakugo thinks he's gonna give up that easily, then he's sorely mistaken. Izuku is known for his bulldog tendencies, and the blonde has sparked his interest to such a degree that he is not leaving the issue. He's unyielding in his pursuit of forcing the man to share his personal story. No surrender. With renewed efforts, Izuku flashes Bakugo one of his most highly rated smiles. Listen, we're gonna be here for quite a while, probably, so the least we can do is act somewhat civil, right? His olive branch is greeted with even more silence. Izuku sits back in his seat, voice laced with faux indifference. Well, if you're not gonna talk, I guess I'll just put on some music. Izuku turns the car radio and gets exactly 3 seconds into a Cardi B song before Bakugo slams it shut. Izuku levels him with a sly smile. Victory. Bakugo sits back with a sigh. Several seconds pass. Well? Izuku prompts. Bakugo frowns, as if in physical pain at the idea of sharing something personal. But Izuku won't be dissuaded. Not when he's gotten this far. He waits patiently for another few moments, and just as he's on the brink of turning the radio back on out of spite, Bakugo speaks. I grew up in a not-so-fucking-great neighborhood. It's clear he's forcing himself, but Izuku doesn't care. He's too inquisitive and starved for conversation to put someone else's needs before his own right now. Petty thefts, drug dealings, gang, all that. Obviously, the police didn't give a shit about us. Not really. They thought we deserved it, even though we were constantly complaining and pleading for help from the neighborhood about the criminal activity. Bakugo adjusted himself in his seat before giving a short, sharp cough. There was only one member of the force that cared about our situation, and that was Toshinori Yagi. He didn't turn a blind eye to our troubles and worked recklessly to turn our crime-ridden neighborhood into a safer place to live, unlike the other police who left those areas to rot. He mumbles with obvious distaste. Toshinori believes that you must help every civilian, no matter their status. And as a kid, that really hit home with me. Still does. They taper back into what Izuku resents the most right now. Silence. Bakugo is wearing a contemplated expression, one Izuku has never seen before on the man. It makes him too afraid to speak up and break the spell. After several more seconds of not talking, Bakugo softly goes on. I met him once, as a kid. I was told I could do great things. I wanted to be just like Toshinori. That hush that falls over them this time around shows no signs of being broken, at least not by Bakugo. Izuku grabs his chance to speak, while he still dares. If you worship the captain so much, why didn't you become a police detective? That shit's below me. The flappant reply stuns Izuku into silence. He shakes his head. Unbelievable. I was told I had a great power that could be used for great things, so why would I limit myself to just be a footman in the police? His voice takes on a sudden sharper edge. I'll protect the whole city. I'll become someone greater than Toshinori Yagi. The confidence declared startles a laugh out of Izuku. You're stupid. Bakugo warps around to glare at him. What? No. Izuku waves away with a smile. I like it. You remind me of myself. The blonde emits a short snort, as if you could ever compare your sorry ass to me. Izuku manages to barge right back, but movement from the corner of his eyes catches his eye. He turns and spots someone loitering by the postbox, cap lowered over their eyes, behavior shifty, and not at all looking as if they're simply dropping off a letter. Izuku speedily opens up the dashboard and retracts the camera. He turns it on and aims the lens at the figure, clicking away several shots. He gets several of them wandering up to the postbox, looking about and dropping something inside before taking a step back and seemingly waiting. Once Izuku gets the shots, he lowers the camera. That'll do. Bakugo snaps around. That's it? He demands indigenously. Izuku nods. That's it. We're not going to apprehend the man? Izuku's eyes trail after the figure standing by the postbox. Possibly? His answer must have been suffice enough, because Bakugo snaps back. The fuck you mean, possibly? I mean, Izuku starts, never tearing his gaze from the hotspot. We need to catch him in action. As of right now, he's just loitering, which isn't a crime. However, if we catch him attracting something from the postbox, we can... He cut himself off when suddenly this figure glances up. They catch each other's eyes. Bright green on glistening silver. And that one instance breaks the whole stakeout. The figure immediately lowers their gaze and begins shuffling about, and much to Izuku's dismay, pads away from the postbox. Damn it! What? They left. So let's go after them. Bakugo doesn't exactly order, but more aggressively suggests. We can't approach them without intent of arresting them if we have no tangible evidence to connect them to the drug distribution. But they're at the hotspot. Bakugo grits out. Alleged hotspot. Izuku corrects. We don't have enough intel to determine that this location actually is relevant to the case. It pains him to lie through his teeth so seamlessly because it's obvious even to him that this postbox is a hotspot. However, without sufficient evidence, he can't confidently declare that it is, in fact, a hotspot, which is a loophole that could be taken advantage of if they were to get sued by any parties involved in the case, such as the shifty figure themselves. Still, Izuku tries to do his best with what he has. However, looking over these photos and going over the information we have gathered back at the station will determine that. Bakugo's jaw is clenched so tight, Izuku worries the man will damage his teeth. He speaks with tight fury. So what now? Izuku just about manages to hold down a sigh. Now we go back and look at the pictures and try to exploit information. Bakugo slams back into a seat with such ferocity that it actually shakes the car. I can't believe we sat out here for 5 hours just for those couple of shots. I told you, Izuku murmured as he shut down the camera. Police work is grueling work. Alright, we got confirmation on why exactly Bakugo idolizes, All Might. I keep wanting to say All Might. He's not All Might, but Toshinori. And it's because of his past in his little childhood. That's super cool. Next chapter is chapter 6 called Clue. Interesting. Are they gonna get a break in the case? Silver Eyes. I feel like maybe that's a hint. Who has silver eyes? The only person that I could think of. No, I think he has blue eyes. Does Gentle Criminal have blue eyes or silver eyes? Hold up, I'm searching it up. Gentle Criminal MHA. Let's see, opening up. He has blue eyes. Never mind. Okay. Like, I had to check because I'm like, does he have blue eyes, green eyes? What eye color does he have? But, yeah. Next chapter is called Clue. So I think they're going to finally get a clue on the drug ring and all that stuff. And that's going to be interesting. It's going to be definitely interesting. I have a cat in my room currently just sitting there. Hi, Storm. Okay. But I wonder where this is gonna go. I'm fighting a really massive headache right now. I'm sorry if my outro is not as cheerful or upbeat. I'm fighting a headache because I'm sleepy, but I need to record. So, anyways, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.